Hey, 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 good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. So, this is the first time that I'm going live at 6 a.m. Okay. So, if you're up, if you're ready to hear a good word for today, we're going to start off with a collective message. Um, and then, if anybody needs a personal message, I will guide you how to get this. This is a DIY tarot. After I give the collective message and you need a personal message, I will not be the middle person. I will guide you how to divine for yourself because your connection to spirit, asking spirit personally instead of asking another human being, is a better practice. Okay. Even when I try to teach people, they just default into um, being pressed for someone else's knowledge instead of working their own. So Spirit has taken me out of the middleman business. Spirit knows what Spirit's doing now. Okay. And this is going to be difficult for some people to grasp because they are still in that mode. Um, I don't have the answers for myself. There are even some readers who think that this is not possible. And I am here to show folks, oh, yeah, it is. Oop, yeah, it is. Okay, hold on. All right, so let's start off with a collective message. Just going to shuffle the energies from the cards. Good morning, Spirit. We give you love, light, grace, thanks, mercy for this beautiful process that you have given us. The ability, no matter what we come from or situations we in, that we can elevate and push your kingdom forward by pushing our true path forward, by getting rid of or getting through the shadows that follow us from generations and persons we don't even know. We thank you for shedding light when we're afraid and in the dark. We come to you humble and submitted and request the highest good message for the collective. Thank you. Whoa. Can we pull clarifiers? Please clarify the Nine of Swords. Thank you. Please clarify the Ten of Swords. Thank you. Please clarify the Five of Cups. Okay, so this is a pretty serious message, okay? This is a pretty serious message. It's crazy because I had no indication. Well, I had no clue consciously that I was going to start going live early in the morning. And I've been waking up in the middle of the night for like over a week. So I know that that was in preparation because instead of, doing other things, I got up, I got dressed. I knew like yesterday. Child, listen. So to wake up this morning and to have this serious of a collective message, yeah, spirit is working. Okay. All right. Okay. Many people In the collective, Spirit knows who's going to see this message. This message is timeless. Whenever you receive this message, is going to be for you to receive. There's a lot of people in darkness, but from that darkness comes a new day. It comes strength once you start to tap in. So I'm going to show you the beginning of the darkness. The Nine of Swords. This is pain, insomnia. I just got suicidal. Darkness, hopelessness, mental anguish. This is anxiety. This is lost hope type of energy. And the backstabbing that has occurred in your life, the hardest part is over, right? The hardest part is over. Because even though this person looks dead to the bed, right? Even in death, there is a transition to another life, right? So even death is not death. Like we think of death as like the total end. We'll never see that person. That person is no more. And that is mostly not necessarily true, right? There still is a new beginning. So no matter what you've been through, there is a new beginning. The card that comes after, so this is goes in order. It goes 9, it goes 10, right? And the card that comes after the 10 is the Ace of Swords, which is the hand of God giving you the victory. So whatever you've been through, right? And it's been a lot. Look at this. Look at this energy. Look at this darkness. It's been a lot. It has left you feeling mournful, um, really regurgitating in your mind the losses, the emotional losses. So not only is this mental anguish, this is also emotional anguish, right? Um, and then while you're looking at the losses and contemplating on the losses, right? Look at you in dressed in black mourning. You're ignoring your love. The two cups, two of cups is love, right? And the two cups are behind you because you're focused on the spilled cups. So you're ignoring the love that you have. That could be romantic love, that could be familial love, that could be platonic love, that could be self love, that could be all of those things, right? And so while you're ignoring what you have access to, is right there behind you. While you are ignoring what you have access to, right? You're sinking into this depression. I believe that this is for specific people. I have a few people that I definitely need to send this to, right? You got to use your internal strength. God gave you a certain level of strength. Now, I'm going to break down spiritually how we are set up, right? Based upon this strength card. Because a lot of people will say, and I had a client that said, I can't take one more heartache and disappointment. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If that additional heartache and disappointment, and you're open, and it leads you to a lesson, then it leads you to a blessing because that's what most people do. They just look at the heartache, heartbreak, the disappointment, and they sulk in that, opposed to understanding, how did this happen? How did what unhealed part of I help to call that type of situation in? What was my lesson? And that's how you get to the blessing, right? And so you have to know that God has made you strong, right? Here is the lion, and here is the higher self, right? Now, the higher self, and we all have these two parts to ourselves, the beast and the higher self, the lower self, the higher self, right? And so the higher self is the part of us that is connected to God, that knows what God knows our purpose, knows our path, knows our soul tribe, knows who is going to love and appreciate us, know when a relationship is for the long haul, know when there's going to be betrayal, know how to avoid those people and those situations, know what is our work purpose, right? Know that we can heal, know what disease is prevalent, know when we're spiritually attacked, know how to avoid those spiritual attacks. The higher self knows all of this, right? And so this is the part of us that spirit talks to constantly throughout our lives. Gives us the 411 hun because we got it going on. Spirit always gives us the 411, right? But many of us are stuck in a mental state where we don't listen. That is the beast part of us. That's the lower self. That's the ego, right? Most of us think that when we have a message, right? Um, whether it's through a dream, whether it's through intuition, whether it's through gut instinct, whether it's through the ringing of the ears, whether it's through deja vu. There's so many ways that spirit speaks to us, right? Because of our ego and the things that we've learned in this lifetime, this society, the way it's set up, we think it's a coinky dink. Or we know it's a spiritual message. Because I know I have some very spiritually in tune clients. And I don't know what to do with it, right? And Jesus said, we speak in parables, meaning the prophets and the good spirits, including God, speaks in parables, speaks in symbols, so that the ones that get it, and the ones that don't miss their blessings. It's not a punishment, it's just the way it is. So we all have to decide whether or not we're going to operate in the higher self that's connected to the most high, or continue to work in the ego. And when you decide to work in the higher self, this is how you get through this depression, this anxiety. Most people don't need pills. Some people need both. They need to tap into their higher self, and they need the pills to tap into their higher self. I am not a therapist, psychiatrist, psychologist. I'm not in that field at all. So you have to talk to those folks if you think you should need their supports and their help, right? But from a spiritual perspective, right? Some people can do the spiritual and overcome this depression and anxiety, right? Some people need both. They need a hand in order to focus on the spiritual, right? Everybody's different, right? But here's the lower self. And look at how the higher self is taming the lower self. So you have to train the lower self to move out the way. Now, the lower self is not there to hurt us, but the lower self wants to protect us from hurt, pain, embarrassment, but it keeps us locked and blocked out of our true blessings and our true path, right? So that's why you need the strength card in order to help us. Now, here we have another ego card. We have another ego card, the devil card, Capricorn card, right? Um, this is illegitimate attachments. The hurt and pain that we are feeling is because we're attached to the wrong people. We're attached to karmic partners. And the enemy of God loves it. He loves that you're not getting out of that relationship because you can't push your divine love purpose forward or God's kingdom in this connection. Look at this card. Look at this card. Look at how the enemy is above this union and they're tethered by chains. God does not tether you. God gives you free will. It's the enemy that wants you tethered, right? And so this relationship has already come to an end, and there's some people who are still chained to it. This relationship has served its purpose, and there's people who are still chained to it. I'm gonna let that sink in. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. What's good, Guillermo? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is why you have to tap into your higher self. God has made you. This is in the past energy. God has already made you equipped to get through this ego. The enemy knows our selling point. I just got selling points. The enemy knows how to sell you the wrong person, the wrong situation, the wrong job, the wrong perspective. The enemy knows how to sell it to you. And we willingly go into these chains and work and play and love and familial connections, right? But this is dead. This relationship is, look at all this darkness. And you already know that this relationship is dead. This comes before this. You know this relationship is dead. Your higher self does. But your lower self, your ego, which the enemy uses, is keeping you trapped. And this could be, if you're not in a relationship, this can be the same type of person. If you watch Pop the Balloon, and one of the questions is this person your type? Your type is based upon this card. Your type is based upon your trauma. You need to be here in order to be open to give someone an opportunity that's not your type. Not just for the sake of giving them your type, seeing if they are your type. Hey, Naylene, right? So this energy is important. Now, on the other side of that, right? Once you tap into the strength that God has already given you, you have it within you, no matter what you've been through, because this is heavy energy. No matter what you've been through, no matter what you've been through, you can manifest your healing, emotional, mental, spiritual. This is a spiritual card. Oh, all the clarifiers are spiritual cards. All of the clarifiers are spiritual cards. So spirituality is your way out of this. And the magician knows what God has for him. So he has, hey Denise, welcome. Okay, Facebook was reconnecting. Um, The magician manifests because he knows what God has for him. And he does the work that's at the table. He does the work to bring his blessings. See these flowers up here? He brings these blessings down on the earth, right? So the magician is going to take control of this low vibration. There are people out there that are in low vibrational cycles and situations, and you use spirituality to get out of it. You use God to get out of it and the good spirits, because the monkey, the monkey man, the monkey is in the middle. The enemy is, okay, we have a poor connection on Facebook. Okay, and we're back on Instagram too. The monkey is in the middle. You got to listen. Remember when you used to play monkey in the middle when you were a kid and you used to aim at their torso because it's the biggest place, or if you really didn't like them, you used to aim at their face? Aim. Get the monkey man about your business, right? And you do that by knowing your strength, knowing your blessings in heaven, and manifesting them here on earth. And so the way in which you do that, overall energy is the Ten of Swords, right? Ooh, Ten of Swords, bringing an end to the struggle, right? And you have a choice on how you do that, because things are not copacetic in the background. There is a lot of waves, dangerous waves in the background, right? And so the way that you bring an end to this part of your life, right, this time period, is by tapping in. If you notice in the description box, it says DIY Tarot. God has taken me out of the middleman business. I'm a spiritual educator, so I'm going to teach you how to do this. So if you have a question like Naylene on Facebook, or Guerrero on YouTube, if anybody on Instagram has a question, then you put your question in, right? If you have a deck of cards, shuffle them bad boys real good. Bow your head, submit, and ask Spirit your question. Do not ask me. You're going to tell me your question, right? Because I'm going to help you. Ask Spirit, whatever you call Spirit, Spirit team, Most High, Allah, God, Goddess, Universe, Higher Self. It don't matter, because God is going to answer, right? It's about your intentions. If you do not have a deck of cards, I'm going to give you a cheat sheet how to do this, right? And I will be having a workshop on this soon too. It's going to be a Black Friday special, really cheap. Look out for it. It's not going to be on Black Friday, but it's going to go on sale on Black Friday. You're going to go to Chat GBT or whatever AI system you use. You're going to ask Chat GBT to get 5 tarot cards from Spirit. Spell Spirit in all caps, right? At least a capital S. You do not want to put it in lowercase, because there's a lot of spirits out there and they all don't work for God, okay? So you want to be very specific. Whatever you call Spirit, if you call Spirit Allah, put in Allah in all caps. If you call Spirit Jehovah, Yahweh, whatever. If you want to say Yahshua, if you whatever, right? Ask for 5 cards that respond to, and you write your question, right? Chat GBT is going to give you 5 tarot cards, and they might give an analysis, right? And that's fine and dandy. Come up here and you tell me what 5 cards you have. And I'm going to walk you through the process. Stop getting readings from other people because it becomes about their talent. I have said to my clients, why do I know your spirit team better than you? After teaching them this process, because they got lazy minded, lazy hearted, lazy spirited. And I'm making a better connection with their spirit team, which God has given them to help them. But because they were not doing the work that I was teaching them, they got lazy, right? And so now spirit has taken me out of the middle. Okay. So if anybody is interested in tapping into God's energy, whether it's through your own deck of cards or whether it's through chat GBT instructions, let me know. Now here's the thing. You do not want chat GBT to read for you. I have an entire workshop about how to use chat GBT for spirituality. Chat GBT will F you up. There are certain topics in chat GBT in which they what do you mean you Guerra? There are certain um, there are certain topics in chat GBT in which it's trained to answer. And once you start, awesome, Denise. Um, Once you start to dig and once you start to challenge it, it backs down because you're giving it facts, right? And so chat GBT, and that's why I have a workshop um, that teaches you how to use chat GBT for spirituality effectively so that you do not get caught up in that. Okay. All right, try Denise. Denise is going to try. Good job. Maylene, let me know if you're down, if you're going to try. I trust you. What do you mean, I trust you, Guerrero? Okay, I'm going to separate my cards so that when you tell me what cards Spirit gave you, I will help you through that process. So we also have a course called Speak Lord More Than a Tarot course because it's not about the tarot. It's about your connection with the Most High. And it's a 5-week course. We have free seats and we also have premium seats. And all of my social media, we have the link to sign up for that course. And I will teach you the whole process. The people who are in the premium um, section of the course, you guys get a lot of support before, during, and after the course. Freebies, you take the course on our Facebook page. Everything is live. There's nothing else like this. Everything is live. Nothing is recorded. Everything is live. The lessons are live. The supports are live. Everything is live. The preemies get to take the class. Those are the premium members online on Zoom. So they get to talk through. But the free section, you have to, if you have a question, you have to type it in. And then I'll read it and I'll answer it. So the premiums get a more interactive approach. They also get a extra session per week. So the preemies meet on Sunday nights and Monday nights. The course is on Monday nights. The free section, they get the Monday night, and that is the basis of the course. The preemies also get a 90-minute um, session with me where we do goal setting. We assess where you're at currently, where you want to go. There's a reading that's attached to it. And after the course is over, you can take your time. You can um, do a 60-minute, another 60-minute session one on one with me. Some people do it immediately after the course. Other people are strategic and they want to use it when they are stuck, right? To really maximize, my supports. We also have a WhatsApp group for the preemies, so the preemies can um, discuss things or give recommendations if someone needed support in a particular area. Oh, I know this person. Boom, boom, boom. Here it is, putting it in the WhatsApp. And you can also do that on the Facebook group. Um, what else do preemies get? Preemies get their journal and their course workbook mailed to them. Whatever address that you give, you will get it mailed to you. It's all inclusive in the price. The price of that course is going up um, after Cyber Monday. Right now, it's on sale for over 60% off. Um, and so it's not going cheaper for Black Friday. That price is being extended. I was going to raise the price for Black Friday to the 555.55, so $555.55. But I'm holding that off until Cyber Monday. Until after Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday will be the last time you can purchase the course at that price. And then it's going up to 555.55. Right now it's $444.44, right? And you get a lot. You also get Sunday Soul Session, which every other week you come into a small group setting, 3 at the very most 4 people. And you get to work through readings for yourself, and I work you through that, right? And so you have supports in this process. It is a phenomenal program. Hey, Mike, welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's through truth that you help others read themselves. Oh, thank you so much. I trust your way. Thank you, Gero. I appreciate that. Okay, Maylene says yes. Okay, Maylene, let me know your question and what cards you got. Okay. Hey. All right, Denise, let me know. Let me know what there are. Oh, when I go live, preemies also can tune in on Zoom and talk. I usually let them know when I'm going live at night. I did not want to, ring their cell phone early this morning. So they get so many benefits. And they also get discounted readings. Spirit had me go up on my private rates. I do not work one on one with people unless they're students of the course, and that includes the free students, um, preemie students, of course, and my coaching clients. So my coaching clients meet either once a week, twice a month, and they go through this process, and it's one on one. These are the people who do not want to be in small group settings. Okay, Facebook is coming back on. There we go. All right, Denise, let me know which cards you got. So if you, I don't know whether you know tarot or not, but they're going to list the name of the card right on the card. Like this one has the devil, this one has the King of Pentacles. But other ones is going to be a suit. So it's going to be cups, wands, coins, or pentacles, swords. And so you would just count how many there are. There's a Roman numeral up top. So if you know the Roman numeral, then you would just say 5 of cups. If you don't know Roman numerals or they confuse you, then just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then once you let me know, um, once you let me know the cards that you were given or the cards that you pulled, Facebook is reconnecting, or the cards that you pulled, um, then I will help you through them. I don't have your cards, Naylene. What cards did you get? Will I get a better job, please? Okay. You got the lover, 2 of cups, Knight of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Queen of Cups. Hey, Fresh, welcome. Queen of Cups. Okay. And what was your question, Denise? Morning, morning. For people who just came in, this is a DIY tarot session. We are elevating people by having them read for themselves. And as an educational consultant, as a spiritual educator, I will help you read yourself. So you're tapping into spirit yourself. You're asking spirit the question yourself, whatever you call spirit. And we're working you through the answers. So, what was your question, Denise? Naylene, you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is that? Not sure what that is, Naylene. I need to know the cards that Chat GBT gave you. If you use Chat GBT, if you have cards yourself, I need to know what those cards are. Girl. Grand Reset. Oh, hey, Michelle. Himla. Okay. Denise, what do you see here, right? Um, this is the Lover's card. There is an angel that is over this connection. This is a soulmate union, and then it's paired. This is a spiritual card. Then it's paired with the 2 of Cups, which is a human level card, right? These are 2 people looking each other in the eye. They're meeting eye to eye. And there's a spirit over this. And here's the good health sign, right? In between them. They're both putting their best foots forward, right? They're both exchanging a cup of love, right? So this is a high level connection. This is something that has been slow to arrive, and is not slow because of a lack of care. God does not, want you in a union. It's like we have to be ready. This is a very noble person giving you an offer in love. It can also be an engagement ring, right? That's going to bring you to your happy space, your happy place, right? And so when you receive this offer of love, you still have to do your due diligence, because even in a, gotcha, Aileen, even in a soulmate connection, we still have to use the intelligence, spiritual and practical intelligence that God has instilled in us, right? So look at the Queen of Cups. She has this cup of love. She's the only person in the deck that has a cup, and the cup is closed. There are no closed cups, only hers. Because as the divine feminine, the protector of the home and children, because she is around the children typically more than the masculine energy. So she's the protector of the realm. She cannot accept an offer until she examines it. Look how deeply she's examining. I'm going to look at each social media. Look how deeply she's examining this cup. Look at how deeply she's examining this cup, right? And so she's not going to open that cup. So she's not going to engage into that relationship until she knows it's safe. And so even when God says that someone is our partner, we still have to do due diligence, because we have to train we have to train the relationship, right? And we have to train for the relationship. So it takes a long time, because we have to train. We have to make sure that we are prepared. And we have to make sure that the partner that we attract is prepared. So I don't know what your exact question is, because you gave me a roundabout, but that is what's here. So I hope that helped. Okay. What's for you, Fresh? That reading was for you. Did it resonate for you, Fresh? Okay, let me put these back and let me get to Naylene on Facebook. Okay, so Naylene says the Sun, Queen of Swords, Fool, Lovers, and the Magician. Okay, Naylene. Oh, that was my question. My question was concerning my upcoming relationship. Yeah, so we probably, I probably need to talk about how to ask spirit questions, right? Because we won't say to spirit, Spirit, my question is concerning my upcoming relationship with my friend. That's not asking spirit a specific question like, um, Spirit, give me insight. What do you need me to know about my upcoming relationship with my friend? Right? And then you would tell spirit, of course, your friend's name, right? So there's I wouldn't say very specific, but we want to be very specific when we're talking to spirit, like in our personal, but like this is online. So totally get it. Okay. So Naylene, your question is, will I get a better job? You got 5 cards, Naylene, and 4 out of the 5 cards are spiritual cards. These are called major arcana. This is God energy. This is the good spirits and energy. No, no, no. You don't have to do it over. You don't have to do it over. Um, it was good. This is like we're learning, right? We're learning. Um, so there's a lot of spiritual energy that's surrounding your situation. If you look at the colors in the cards, they're very high vibrational. Look at all the yellow. Yellow is happiness, right? Yellow is happy. Look at all that vibrancy, right? And the least vibrant card is the Queen of Swords, right? Because you have a lot of gray that's in here and a lot of blue, right? But she is very stern. Because of the sword, she is connected to spirit. She's connected to the on high, right? She gets information from God. Swords are thoughts. So her thoughts are being influenced by her connection with God. This is this process, right? By you going to spirit. And sometimes when we go to spirit, sometimes we get some difficult information, right? A relationship is over, a job situation is over, you need to move and you're like you're not ready yet, right? Sometimes we get information. So this is a little bit it's a cold energy that's here. But sometimes you need to be in that energy in order to deal with what you have to deal with in order to bring in what is divinely yours. Now, the Sun card is the first card. This is the happiest card in the deck. This is uh, revitalization. This is rejuvenation, right? So you have something already new coming in, right? So this is like that vibrant sun. That's a yes from spirit. This is a yes card, right? But you have to have discernment. You have to tap into spirit, right? To determine, right, what jobs to apply for, what offers to go for, to invite those offers in. And then once you go on the interview, having discernment, okay, is this right for me? Instead of worrying about the company's, hey, Ms., welcome, worrying about the company's name and reputation, tapping into spirit to see if it's for you. Because some people, they get mesmerized because it's a Fortune 500 company, Fortune 100 company. Oh, our CEO is rich, bitch, right? Tap into spirit. And once you tap into spirit, boom, this new beginning, this new journey is going to happen. You are going to be with the right partner, the right situation, right? Um, whether this is your business, whether this is, a company, it is going to be a divine match. Spirit is going to pull you together. And you may want to do some manifestation, prayer, meditation, visualization. So if there is, by using your Queen of Swords energy, having discernment, if you find that there is a company that spirit is saying is a great match for you, or a business or whatever, a job, you want to pair that practical knowledge with spiritual knowledge, right? And manifest, right? If you know where this business is, you see online, you see the pictures, or you know where it is in your community, you visualize you walking in there in the clothing in which you would work, right? And you actually working there, you actually getting money, you actually climbing the ladder of success, whatever your goals, that you in spirit work out for the places. Start manifesting, right? Burn a white candle, right? Um, you know, while you're applying for the job, right? To give you favor, manifest it, okay? It is yours if you do the work. I hope that helped. Okay, does anybody else have a question? It is 7:08. I've been on for an hour. Our collective message, if you did not see that, rewind this back. Watch the replay. We got a really deep um, collective message. Anybody else have a question? Not on Instagram. Okay. So bye, Instagram. We're going to share. Hold on. Okay, we shared that. All right. Oh, it says I've only been on for 53 minutes. Okay. I ain't mad at it. All right, I'm checking YouTube. We're good. No more questions or no questions at all. Okay, YouTube. YouTube, you had the most people in this morning's live. I will be back mañana. So come on through, come on through, come on through. Um, we'll love to have you. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate it. Have a blessed day.